1 year. Today, it is the turn of the Ministry of Science and Tech to tell us what has been going on. And let me quickly say that while the MC was telling us about the Facebook, our television, that the Ministry of Information and Strategy was able to do all those things in collaboration with the Ministry of Science and Tech. The science and tech people have this funny thing about them. They can't do anything without us. And it's becoming very, very tough for us not to do certain things without them. But again, we still hold the ace because without us, they blink in the dark and nobody gets to see them. So we have to put our searchlight on them so that they get seen. On this note, let me welcome my brother and friend, colleague, the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Tech, Mr. Fatai Adebiyo Makanike. So please discuss what has been happening in the Ministry of Science and Tech in the past 1 year. You're welcome, my bro.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mr. Advisor, His Excellency of Information and Strategy, Mr. Latif. Thank you for your kind words and for recognizing the fact that without us, you wouldn't be able to disseminate your information in the modern day in which we exist. We do a lot of work in the background, and that's how we like to be appreciated. We don't be not in the forefront, so as you were a front-facing agent, we just support you. All, and I use the word all other MPs in Lagos State. Ladies and gentlemen of the press and members of my team and management team, head presidents and all the invited guests, I wish you a very good morning. Just straight to business. Moving to the next slide, please. Yeah, well, we'll start with our mission statement, just to re-emphasize the reason for our being here. And it's pretty straightforward: to employ science and technology in all activities towards improving the quality of life of Lagosians and transforming Lagos through strategic and coordinated expenditure of available resources into a developed industrial and modern state for international state. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that in the world we exist in today, I don't think there's anything you can do in 2014 without technology being involved, no matter how some of it they will become accustomed to. I was at an event about 2 months ago, we were talking about how phones have taken over our lives without us knowing. And I'm sure there's no one in this room who doesn't have the phone, and more importantly, who doesn't have the phone around him or her about 20, 18 hours a day. Even when you are in bed, your phone is within arm's reach, and it's something that has happened over time. So technology and science is part of everyday life. You just have to accept that. Our responsibilities are highlighted. I will not go through them. We have 12 of them in broad detail, but essentially, I'll just mention a few. One is to initiate, formulate, execute, monitor, and evaluate policies relating to science and information technology in the state. The second one is automation and re-engineering of government business processes and harmonization of all existing ICT assets into world-class infrastructure. Another one I think is very, very important is the provision of advisory and consultancy services for all MBAs on science and ICT. And of course, we're tasked also as well with doing special projects as assigned by His Excellency the Governor. State ICT policy, we're working on a number of policies as listed: ICT security policy, user management policy, third-party access policy, email policy, security incident policy, physical security policy, internet use policy, data transport policy, remote working policy, renewable media policies. Now, all these policies are being done as stated by the objectives. First of all, they are based on industry best practices. What we are doing is that to ensure that we conform with what happens in the more advanced economies. We have adopted and, of course, adapted based on best practices what also happens there to ensure that we are compliant with how technology and information is being used in the 21st century. So the objectives are to achieve statewide security minimum standards, to meet all legislative and regulatory requirements. Information must be handled in particular ways globally, so we are also ensuring to do that. To ensure that all the state's ICT equipment and facilities are used responsibly, securely, and with integrity at all times. And of course, to comply with requirements set up by the federal government in interoperability amongst government agencies. Like I said, they are based on industry's best practices. Projects we have done or are doing or we are optimizing. First of all, we're a huge enterprise, so generally the things we do must be based on the enterprise platform. And we have partnered with OEMs, that is original equipment manufacturers, and world-class system integrators to forge alliances with the requisite competencies and the abilities to deliver and at least to enhance our e-government service delivery. Essentially, we're trying to bring what we do as a government closer to the people, using information, using technology and science to deliver. So you don't have to physically come here to go to transact business with government. And those are things that we're doing. Some of the solutions we have deployed include GIS, which is the Geographical Information Systems, and these are available online. The e-health program has been running for a while. It's currently being reviewed, and we hope to have it properly utilized in the near future. We're also working on various e-learning systems. That is, it goes without saying that learning itself has changed. The way teaching is being delivered has changed, so we have to address how that is done. We're working with that, of course, in conjunction with the Ministerial Education. Document management system, which is digitize all our documents and make them more manageable. ECO, which is one of the landmark projects that is working in conjunction with the Land Bureau. We are taking the signing of COO and government's consent away from the physical to real into digital. That has been launched and is being used by those who are involved in the project. We are also trying to reach people, or allow them to reach us easier. That will come out soon. It's passed through the pilot stage and it's ready for full deployment. It's called the Citizen Relationship Management Solution. What it does is to allow all citizens who have access electronically to reach out to us. It's an extension of what we currently do with our emergency number, where we are calling to make to alert us about issues that are occurring. This will also allow you to talk about all other issues, not necessarily emergencies. So whatever it is that you have to do with government, whether you want to report, whether you want to transact this document as well, will also be possible through this platform over time. And of course, we are moving, we are migrating to the cloud. I'm sure you all have our cloud technology as well, something we have adopted, and we are taking steps to move our services and our infrastructure to the cloud in the same way that it's being done in other clients. Major projects, what we are doing, this, of course, we are still going to complete our new building, which is undergoing construction. We hope that will finish this year. We made some modifications to it to accommodate features we would like or not including the initial design. And we're also working with the Nigerian police to digitize their vehicle exhibits. And it's an ongoing project, it's been on for a few years. We hope to finish that all this year. What it does is that it will allow them to capture digital dented, without them having to physically, so they can just take the pictures and store them in the database and remove the vehicles to a more appropriate place for storage, instead of keeping them there as they've been doing in the past. And I think that would allow them to free up space, make this look better. And of course, one of the large projects we have is command center, like I said, the emergency number 767 and we had expanded that service. It's a very, very popular service, and because of the volume of calls that we get, and we've had to increase the number of seats and agents there, and also the features. I'll talk about some of the other features later on in the presentation. Now, in line with what happened as well, government itself cannot deliver all the services that we require, and we are mindful of that. So we're working towards deepening our relationships with the private sector to deliver various solutions that we would normally take on ourselves, just so that we can get them to move faster. Some of them include the development of a statewide broadband service. What does that mean? We are working already with the telcos, the ISPs, under their parent body called out to ensure that we remove whatever stumbling blocks we have, to ensure that we can deploy broadband access statewide complete. And we work with them as typical modernization as well in the implementation. We know that as well, creativity and innovation is what drives growth, whether across all sectors. 3 years ago, His Excellency had set up an innovation council, and we're taking it a step further by trying to set up an innovation agency that will actually implement these innovations in the states. This is in line with the way we do things from our agencies that what we use to implement, and we're working on that as well. We're also looking at supporting the way we are going in terms of delivering, teaching, and also even taking exams. So there's been this plan for movement of exams from the physical writing to what they call computer-based testing. We are setting up learning infrastructures to support those initiatives by the government. They would like to be already started taking JAM, and I think some white courses via the ensure that we are ready when they're ready to go full stream. Of course, we are developing human capacity. That is essentially one of the key things that we need to drive all these things we're doing. We're working with various partners, some of them I'll talk about, Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, and a few other people to ensure that we have the right sort of skills in Lagos State to continue to develop our economy. So we're working with them to develop human capacity as well. And of course, wherever we find infrastructure has been put in, we tend to say we can latch onto it and make it work. So this last point is adoption of the National Public Security Computer System. What is popularly known as the CCTV platform is also being worked on by us. And this was to say that we had demonstrated its effectiveness earlier this year at a press briefing at the command center where His Excellency was there to show, in conjunction with the partners who have developed the solution, just how this solution works and how effective it can be. And based on that, we are looking at deploying an additional 1,000 cameras to complement those already deployed in the state. Now, these cameras are part of a wider system, but what the cameras essentially can do, they're very robust. They can show very good detail, faces, number plates. It also has time and date stamps, so you know when these pictures were taken. You can zoom in and zoom out. You can take snapshots. It does all kinds of features. If you record the video, you can play them back for analysis and for later data. And of course, that is being something we're looking at because to ensure that we need to take our issues around public safety very, very seriously. We have deployed a video wall at the command center. A lot of you have been there. And this video wall is capable of taking the feed from this camera and showing it live or showing these videos that I mentioned earlier. This was the picture of the event where His Excellency was showing to the members of the press the features and the benefits of this system. I talked about capacity building, and it's something we, like I said, we take very, very seriously. Without training and human capital development, we wouldn't be able to do all the things we're doing. So some of the sort of things we do now. We're responsible for building capacity for the state's public and civil service, as well as other government functionaries in the area of ICT. In the last 12 months, we've done various trainings. We mentioned again as we move along. Courses, both in technology, this is technology courses, project management, information technology, infrastructure, library, ITL, Cisco certifications, cloud computing, IC security training, and so on and so forth. Across all the MDAs, let me look for some that don't concern us directly. Business process management, and so on and so forth. So we've done, this is something we do as a ministry. It's not just for our staff, it comes across all the MDAs as well. Social media training, we know the power, or we've seen the power of social media. Nothing happens today without it being captured by someone somewhere, either visually or even in text. And before it comes out in the traditional media, which we were used to in the past, it goes on social media, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, what have you, and if it's something that is really popular, the word it goes viral. So we were also, especially for those of us in senior management, so we train members of the Expo and members of the House of Assembly who are usually reported when they speak on the powers of the media, how to use it to their benefits, and so on and so forth. Also, Microsoft training, basic computer training. We also continue to train our teachers in the use of ICT as well. I think that's a picture that I was showing was one of the training members of the House. That's the member of the House. Programs we are running, other things we are running as well. The Science and Technology Camp for students in schools. We held the 4th edition in August last year at the Model College in Antigua. We had increased from 60 students to 300 students and increased the number of days from 3 days to 6 days as well. And it was very interesting camp. One of the areas we focused on for the first time was astronomy. So we connected at the stargazing, astronomy, space science, science encounters, and so on and so forth. Of course, we also had the traditional debates and quizzes and other things. It was very kids had lots of fun. That picture there shows you that the kids came to the telescope, and of course, the question of the children at the event as well. So we are also going to do that again this year. We will try to expand the scope. We will not have more students, but we'll try to do more in the short term that we have. As a result of this, we have engaged with the Ministry of Education and the Nigerian Academy of Science and other stakeholders in the introduction, looking at the introduction of basic space science and astronomy in Lagos public schools. We hope that will start from this next session. Like I said, we're working closer with the OEMs, Microsoft being one of our major partners in the state. We had last year signed an MOU with them in September, and essentially it's just to deepen the relationship and help us deliver our services better. It cuts across things like cloud computing, I've mentioned citizens relationship management, health insurance, the health platform, government, education, and of course all the other services we run which they can also help us provide. It's an ongoing relationship. We're working with them directly and with their premium partners to deliver all the services essentially to ensure that we deliver our services better to the citizens of the state. That was the sign of the MOU in Seattle, Washington. The was also signed the agreement to show you that just how seriously we are taking this relationship. Progress made so far on the Microsoft partnership. We've signed the MOU. We've partnered with a global partner, Dimension Data, to provide cloud computing in the States. This essentially helps eliminate idle capacity and save costs. We've also brought Microsoft's top management to visit His Excellency to give a progress report on what has been done in terms of the partnership. Eventually, we intend to merge all our systems together. We also work run and pray about that as well. So we can integrate all the platforms. The team is constantly meeting with the MDs that are involved at the initial stage. I think for the CRM pilot, we were involved in 12 or 13 MDs, so it's an ongoing engagement. It will eventually get to everybody. It's an ongoing engagement. And of course, the partner involved, I mentioned this has mentioned with us, has held a workshop on e-governance. That was sometime in January of this year. And that's just a picture of the excellency when the mentors came to visit us a few months ago. We have, like I said, in working with the private sector, we are trying to build closer ties. One of the issues we had was the issue around deployment of infrastructure to deepen broadband. Several issues arose, and we as a ministry were part of those who were tasked with harmonizing what was being done, what was being requested for by ALTA, which is the Association of Licensed Telecommunicators of Nigeria, which is the umbrella body for the telcos, the ISP, and everyone that provides services in our infrastructure, and the state and other spaces. And what we came up with was an agreement which we signed to move things forward. The highlights are pretty straightforward. One of them is that it's really not about cost for the states, it's about what we can get from it. We had slashed one of their main challenges was the issue of right of way by 85%. So the fees that were paid us before, we slashed by 85%. We've also ensured that they submitted to us a plan for rollout, a combined plan. So we don't have one person coming today, another person coming tomorrow. So they are also working together as a team to give us a harmonized plan to see this budget on the ground. I think it's a win-win for everybody, and more importantly, it will translate to benefits for all of us citizens in Lagos State. It will improve services, it will reduce charges as well that we get from them. But like I said, we will experience better service, and that's really what we're trying to do. So that's one of the things we can say we've done. We're trying to remove all the bottlenecks around multiple levies and taxes and all that, and that is what we are signing the agreement. So I think the picture that was shown there, that was done. The gentleman there is the president of ALTA as well. One of the things we talked about, we like to talk about is the fact that everybody lives on the internet, even our children, at a very young age. And like I always say, some things we were taught, but it's difficult to teach what even you are aware of. But there's a lot of benefits from being on the internet, or being on social media, but there's also a lot of bad things that can happen there as well. Now, the essence of this campaign was to sensitize both the children and their teachers and their parents as to the benefits and the parents that you will likely see from this use of this technology. We had, in Nigeria itself, we had seen some cases where one of the more famous was where a young lady was lured from Abuja to Lagos and was eventually found dead in the hotel. People she met on Facebook. So we tell them that there are rules of engagement. Same way we were taught when we were young children that don't talk to strangers applies and still applies, no matter what medium you're using. So easier there, the stranger was someone you would see physically. Now I'm online, I can be anybody. I can tell you I'm a 6-year-old, I could be a 50 or 60-year-old, I could be a pedophile, I could be a criminal. So it just has to be, we have to teach children that yes, what you're learning from this technology, there are also dangers that can arise from that. So we held a series of seminars in partnership with FP, which is and Innovation Limited, just to sensitize parents, children, and their teachers as to the pros and cons of safety on the internet. I think, unfortunately, for those who knew her, the principal of that company died tragically last year, but we will continue the campaign. Thank you very much for all the questions. I'll start with the identity of the person who wrote the baby, why we haven't fished the person out, well, I don't know if we have not, so I don't want to make any comments on that. But the cameras we have in the Secretariat are randomly placed. I'm not sure whether or not it covers, so if we don't have 100% coverage. Okay, so I don't want to answer that, but that is being handled by another agency in conjunction with the other security authorities. So we can make further investigation to find out where that has gone to now. I can't, it's not my role. We, like I said, we provide infrastructure. So for instance, even if we have cameras, it doesn't mean we are the ones that are viewing them. So I just want to make that distinction. So the cameras we provide, or whatever information we provide, will not necessarily be used only by us. So where it's a security issue, the security agencies will deal with whatever information they get from there. So I can't answer your question totally because we will investigate further and you come to ask maybe later in the day, I can give you further information on that. But that's what I would say about that for now. When will the additional cameras be deployed? Well, we are still working on the modalities of that. And like I said, what we have said that we want to complement what we have found, what we have met on the ground. And we're working on the rest of that. So it's something that we haven't concluded. It's still an ongoing thing. We're working at all the various modes of doing that and what technology will adopt and so on and so forth. So it's not completed. But the intention is for us to, in stages, add enough cameras to cover the whole of Lagos State. 1,000 cameras will cover 21 million people. 1,000 plus cameras, so we need to bring it forward. We also have to do this in phases. We can't do everything all at once. It's just not possible. The question on Lazara, I'll leave for the GM to answer that. So even though I mentioned something about that in the presentation, which will give you more accurate information. You talked about the police, the project we're doing with the police stations. Well, initially it was designed to cover 100 police stations. Let me explain a bit more about the project. We were supposed to renovate a room in each police station and equip the room with computers, small, a little bit of furnishing, and of course power via solar panels for backup to sustain power there. We're still doing it. We've done about 92, still have been renovated. We're installing the other equipment. The pieces have been delivered. The solar panels are being installed. It should cover 100. And when it is done, we will do the training. The training we intend to do also in phases. Maybe when we finish, also when we commission enough to have enough people trained. We don't do it just piecemeal. But the idea is to train 2 officers in every police station to be able to man that system. And of course, we'll be there to support them as and when there is need. Like I said, the cameras being used. Well, the cameras are there, you can all see them. I can assure you, contrary to what a lot of people say, what I read in the print media and electronic media, but I don't know about other states. But I've mentioned this before, and that's why we are taking pains to show our own demos. The cameras do work. They may have some issues around sustainability, but they do work. Like I said, it's not just the camera that's part of the project, it's a whole project. If you want to take time to go and find out that project, it's the National Communication project. It's a huge project. It's not just about CCTV cameras. And that's what people talk about, but that's the most visible part. So, well, they are being used when, like for instance, so cameras are running now, they're recording, but I don't need to check for any incidents. I don't need to. You're quite correct. You mentioned issues around bombing and stuff. Well, it's all part of intelligence. I'm not a security operative. There are many components of intelligence. CCTV is only one of them. There are other things that they do, that those forces, those agencies do to ensure that places are safe. However, as we have seen, that even in the most advanced cities in the world, if you want to commit a crime and you are very, very resolved, you would likely commit the crime. We can't beat our own crime. We only do our best to ensure that we make it difficult for them to do so. And we are aware that the system is a bit more heightened. We are working on it. And I'm sure that the agencies that are involved are doing a lot of work in the background that we don't see. It's not everything that we do that we can say or we must say. I'm not sure if I can't speak for anyone, but I know that, in Lagos, a lot is being done that we don't know about. It's not my remit either. We only provide infrastructure to support the services that we do. So when it comes to those areas, I think we just let those who are doing it deal with it. And I'm sure so far we've done a good job. Let's commit on that it will remain so that way. But in saying that, like I said, these fees that are there, they are recorded, they are stored. If you need to check on a particular area, it's something you cannot go and build. You can't watch feed from 1,000 cameras at the same time. It's also not possible. So you must zoom in. I mean, an example I will give in Lagos, when we had the robbery at the airport about 2 years ago, they fished them out from the feed from the cameras. So it's what you will go back to and say, okay, let's check, this happened, can we look at this? And that's how they study it. So the agencies involved in security will do their own, and I think they've been good so far. So let them do that. Cybercrime, well, I can assure you that we take it very, very seriously. We try to protect our network as best as possible, and we are constantly upgrading our security on the network. You can see that constantly. But like I always say, as you write a new protection software, there are people out there whose work or whose joy it is to try and break into your system. That's what they do for. They don't get paid to do it. It's just what they enjoy doing. And it's something that we do. I mean, one of the examples I will give, the guy who hacked into the CIA's network 3 years ago has been employed by them to work for them. But however, these are things that happen. So we will try to keep all our doors closed, but someone is trying to open up your doors. So it's something, it's constant work. There are rules in using the internet. There are rules. If we also abide by them, then of course you will limit your exposure. You won't open the door for them to come in. So if you're someone who uses Facebook or Instagram, please check your privacy settings. If you use public computers, don't save your login. When you're logging in, there's just simple things that you should do as well. We also help to make things a little more difficult for those who are trying to break it. But at the state, we take our security very seriously. We have various firewalls and protections for our network, and I think we've done it really good so far. But like I've said, it's a global business. The US, who I think are more, legally more sophisticated than we are, they know the kind of threats they face on a daily basis as well. So, imagine someone sitting down in Croatia and is bringing to them. He has nothing to do with that, that's what they do. So these things do happen. So the onus on us, I agree, to ensure that we don't allow the legal state to be exposed so that we're working very, very that with the team you can see here, we are very, very aware of what we're doing. There's a question on Lazarus, and I'll let the chair speak on that. Thank you.
As at the end of April 2014, we have done just over 1.6 million people. Now that is 1.6 million records that we've actually collected. It doesn't mean that is the final count. And also along that same line, what we have also done is we've had a regrouping of our strategy. So most of our registration now is global, in the sense that we are actually now out in the community, division by division, to register people. Currently, between April and May, we are concentrating more in Ekwe division, and then we move on to Badagry, Ikeja, Lagos Island, and finally the Ikorodu. And what I mean by that is that we are now pulling all our resources and concentrating them in one area. So this is to reduce some of the questions and issues that we get where we find that we are located in the local government or the LCDA, but that location is actually too far from where some people live. And because of the distance of travel, so we now have to move closer to them. As of next week, for example, the mobile team will be in the Ekwe area, actually going out some by boat to actually go and do those registrations. So the figures are increasing as we go along.
Gentlemen, another question?
Part of the science camp. Well, like I said, feedback is that it's been very impactful, which is why we have increased the number of students from 60 to 300. We had also changed the timing because of people of what we see to when they have their long holidays, so that it's easier for us to get them. And like I said, it's something that we constantly don't use what it is currently evolved in terms of the activities that happen on the camp. Feedback from the students, from Ministerial Education, also from my team, we work together to see how we can continue to make this something that's interesting. And I think we've done that pretty well. There's also a clamor, of course, to take in more students, but that is also based on the kind of resources that are available to us. We don't want to reduce the quality of what we are giving them by taking on more. Yes, 300 may not be a large number, but it's what we can accommodate and give quality, give them quality at the camp. So I think I would say the feedback is very good. The students really enjoy it. The teachers enjoy it as well. I think that's really what it's all about. It's all about that. The forensic lab project, let me first of all say it is not, it's a very huge project. Let me give you some specifics. There's none that exists currently. I use the word currently in what we call Black Africa, outside of South Africa. So it's not something that you take on and just do. You may have some lab, a proper forensic lab has certain standards it must meet internationally, and that's what we're trying to do. Now, it also involves a lot of planning. We have done with all the needs analysis. There's also, if you want to go into any business, especially when you're looking at it from a PPP perspective, you must also have a business plan. It must also be something that is bankable. If you don't want to use government to fund it, then you must also. It takes a bit of time to do all these things. Even getting land, even though we're at the States, even acquiring land, just come back and take land and just leave. We also have to go through processes of taking land, doing, like I said, EIA and all those other things also have to come through. So there's a lot of work going on in the background. We haven't put in any physical structure yet. That's what you mean. Yes, I agree. But we are doing all the steps in motion to ensure we get there and we do it properly as we like to do it. So we'll spend more time planning and less time executing when we do start execution. But I can assure you something we would like to take off as well, just as we have to make sure it is done properly. I mean, even the expertise to run such a lab is not 100% locally available. We have some people who have done it before, who are relevant, but this is something that doesn't happen. There is nothing you can do and say, let's go and see what we've done in Oyo State or in Kano State. So it's something we're doing ourselves. Secondly, I pursue the question, is this something that we're doing just for this region? No, it's not. What we intend to do is the same way Lagos is a hub for business, innovation, technology, economic activity in Africa. We intend for it to be the same, to serve not only Lagosians and Nigerians and West Africans, but also the whole of Africa. That is the plan for it. So of course it will be done in phases, but it's not a small project. It's quite a huge thing we've taken on. We want to do it properly, and the idea that it will serve this whole region and it's and outside of here as well. Now, you talked about what we signed with Alton. Part of the reason we signed an agreement with them was that they must conform to all rules and regulations, which include physical planning laws, all the laws. So it's not just about, like I explained to you, that's why I emphasize the fact that what we had done the most as a state was to reduce what we were paying us before. So it's not about collecting more money from it, but then obeying the laws of doing business in the state. So we are very mindful of health hazards that there. I always like to stay in my own lane. Now, there's a lot of talk about mass, I don't think I'm talking about mass, physical mass infrastructure, mass falling down, or what a lot of people talk about in terms of the health hazard of having a mast around you. Like I said, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but what I have read on the second point I made is that there is no link that we've proven so far. We started GSM in Nigeria in 2001. Other clients have had these things for 20, 30 years before. So they have not reported any significant changes in the health. So until and unless that changes, I think I'd like to just stick with that. In terms of the physical infrastructure, one of the things we have talked about that the structural strength of the mast they put up, whether it is for a bank, or for an ISP, or for a telecom operator, must also conform to our minimum standard. That was one of the things we were very, very particular about. So it was about obeying the laws in terms of where you can put this mast, in terms of infrastructure, the sort of rigidity this mast have, the kind of lifespan we expect from them. So you conform. So it's a total package. I can't go to all the items here. Like I said, I emphasize just because a lot of people will say that, oh, because it is trying to tap. No, we actually reduce what we pay to us, if that is a comfort to the that was done to ensure that it will give them an incentive to do the things we want them to do and to translate eventually to us as citizens of the state in terms of services and benefits. Last round, I hand over again once again to PM to give you properly more accurate information on the previous years. Thank you.
I think the first question was about when the card is due. We are still working to a date in June as to when the first set of cards will be made available. But you do have to remember that the actual registration card is valid for 1 year. Where we are with the cards is that the design has been finalized and we are actually conducting what we will call a stress and security test. By that I mean how durable is the card in terms of what the manufacturers use to actually make it, and how secure is the card itself in terms of can it be readily duplicated. So once we have passed, the manufacturers have passed those criteria, and the card will be available for release. The next question was about that people have been asked to if they have registered or not. And the enabling law requires that every resident of the state, regardless of nationality, must register. But this is not something that we have actively gone out to enforce. But I also noticed that a lot of government services that are on offer that require you to be a resident of the state have now started to ask for the card to identify yourself as a resident of the state, and which has now actually brought out more people to register.
Good morning, everybody. I'd just like to say a big thank you to our colleagues in the Ministry of Information for making this possible every year. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I'd also like to say a big thank you to members of the Ministry of Science and Technology, the team in the ministry who have made all these ICT innovations possible. Without the team, we would have nothing to report. So thank you, everybody. And lastly but not the least, we, on behalf of the Ministry of Science and Technology, would like to say a big thank you to Dr. Fashioner of Lagos State for his visionary leadership and style of governance, and also for his commitment to ensuring that Lagos State, in all areas, outstands and shines, and, as usual, leads where good governance is concerned. So we'd like to say a big thank you to him. We'd also like to say a big thank you to members of the press who are